Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine for no apparent reason? Meet Sarah, a young woman who experienced something truly terrifying. One night, she woke up to the sound of whispers in her room. She was alone, or so she thought. What happened next will make you question the existence of the supernatural. Sarah tried to ignore the whispers, thinking it was just her imagination. But the whispers grew louder and more distinct. She could hear her name being called. Terrified, she turned on the light, but there was no one there. The room was empty, yet the feeling of being watched was overwhelming. What could be causing these eerie occurrences? Determined to find answers, Sarah set up a camera in her room to capture any strange activity. The next morning, she reviewed the footage and was shocked by what she saw. A shadowy figure moved across the room, pausing by her bed. It seemed to be watching her as she slept. The evidence was undeniable. Something paranormal was happening. Sarah decided to seek help from a paranormal investigator. The investigator conducted a thorough examination of her home and discovered something chilling. The house was built on land that had a dark history. It was once the site of a tragic event, and the spirits of those who suffered were still lingering. Could this be the reason for the haunting? The investigator performed a cleansing ritual to help the spirits move on. For a while, things seemed to return to normal. But one night, the whispers returned, louder and more insistent than before. Sarah felt a cold hand touch her shoulder, sending a wave of fear through her. The haunting was far from over, and the spirits were not ready to leave. Desperate for a solution, Sarah reached out to a medium. The medium communicated with the spirits and discovered they had a message for Sarah. They wanted her to uncover the truth about the tragic event that took place on the land. Only then would they find peace. Sarah knew she had to dig deeper into the history of her home. Sarah spent weeks researching and finally uncovered the truth. The land had been the site of a terrible accident that claimed many lives. She held a memorial for the victims, honoring their memory. After the ceremony, the whispers stopped, and the feeling of being watched disappeared. Sarah had finally brought peace to the restless spirits, and her home was no longer haunted.